And sometimes class actions can be used not only to obtain compensation, but to obtain justice in a much larger sense. What do I mean by that? Well, you may have heard of the case Brown versus Board of Education in the United States. That was the case that led to the desegregation of schools in the southern United States. And it also put the United States on the path towards civil rights. That started as a class action. And in Canada, there have been other cases that have had historical significance in much the same way. For example, we hear much now about the victims of the residential school system in Canada. One of the things that got that issue on the agenda was a class action that was brought and that ultimately resulted in a very large settlement with very large compensation being given to those victims. And it also is what set us on the path towards truth and reconciliation. As a result of that settlement, the Truth and Reconciliation Committee was formed, and that has and will change the course of history in Canada in recognition of Indigenous rights. Other types of cases can also be brought as class actions involving breaches of civil rights and other forms of widespread abuse. There have been cases, for example, by inmates in federal penitentiaries over solitary confinement. There have been cases by disabled veterans for compensation against the government. There have been cases brought by Indigenous youth or those who were victims of the notorious 60s scoop that have all resulted in widespread compensation and systemic change, as well as raising the profile of these very important issues in the public conscience.